Hey guys, Colorado Mom here. Just wanted to touch base because it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I know a lot of you hate Valentine's Day, so I want to give you a few tips so that it goes better. First of all, I always congratulate men who are leaving the store with flowers. Oh yeah, I give them the big thumbs up. I'm like, oh, good job. Because you know what? It took courage to go in there and it took time and they did it. And I don't care what the flowers look like, whether they're stupid daisies or whatever, at least their girl is getting some flowers. And women love the thought that you care about us. And that's what the flowers say. So let's say that you have a date and it's COVID, so you're not going out anywhere because you know the restaurants are either closed, they're at 25%. The whole atmosphere just sucks. It's not a party atmosphere anymore. So, what can you do at home to turn that normal evening into something a little more romantic? Well, of course, candles. Candles are always good. But also be creative. Don't be afraid to, break some of the boundaries that you normally have and do a foot massage, do a hand massage, do a neck massage, paint each other's nails, do things that involve getting close. So the women will enjoy that if you're on romantic terms with them. And if you're not, you'll know whether you will be based on whether they want to get close to you or not. So doing each other's nails. And I know guys go, well, I don't need my nails done. Well, no, you really don't. But getting your nails filed, getting your cuticles taken care of is actually a health thing. So it's good for the health of your hands and your skin to have that done. And it will just make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. You'll giggle at first, and your girlfriend will love it because it gives her a chance to flow back to you the same affection that you're flowing to her. And doing your nails and having someone else do your nails is a really positive experience because they have to hold your hand. And it's hard to do one hand or the other. There's always one hand that you can do easier than the other. So having someone help you with that is fantastic. Let's see. I've made some notes because Valentine's been coming up for a while and I've wanted to do this. So let's see. So honesty. So people always say, should you be honest when you're dating? Well, yeah, to some degree you have to be honest, but you don't have to be too open. It is okay to keep personal things to yourself, concerns, fears. If you open up too much with those, everyone has fears. And if you open yourself up with those fears too soon, you can scare the other person off because they're probably scared too. And if you're both scared, well, it's like bunny rabbits. You're just going to be bouncing all over the place. So keep some of those fears and concerns to yourself. And most things don't come true, okay? Most things if you have a positive outlook and you're dating someone that's nice, it goes well. So don't project and create things to happen by your projections. Okay. Do not tell them you love them. Yeah, so I'm a big believer in keeping a few things close to the chest. Tell them that you love their hair, that you love their clothes. If you walk in and you're just overwhelmed with these feelings, it's Valentine's Day. It might not be a good idea to say, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you," because they may not feel it's sincere. So instead, voice that affection about something that's an aspect of their beingness. All right. Complaints are a downer. Keep your complaints to yourself, okay? Unless she's got something sticking in her tooth or he's got a burr hanging out of his nose, that kind of thing. Keep your complaints to yourself. A lot of guys are not color coordinated, ladies. Let's just face the fact. Okay, green and black do not go together, but they don't know this. And green and black are probably two of their favorite colors. So we just let them be happy and think that they look fantastic in that shirt. It's not like you're going to visit anyone important. Okay, be willing to compromise. You may be happier with something new. Okay, that's a huge thing. So he says, let's go blank. Maybe it's hiking, maybe it's fishing, canoeing, that kind of thing. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to get filthy. I'm going to be wet and cold and uncomfortable. You know what? Just zip it. Just if he's willing to go do something or she's willing to go do something, say, okay, get on board. Put a smile on your face and just go do it. Because you never know until you get there and you've put your best foot forward whether you're going to like it or not. And odds are you will. You'd be amazed how many times you try something new and maybe you don't like everything about it. Maybe there's aspects of it you would tweak and change so that you enjoy it more. But just going out and doing things and getting into the great outdoors is fun, is much more fun than you would think. So if someone has an idea for something to do, whether it's collecting pine cones or bird watching, there's lots of fun stuff to do out there. And Be adventurous. Go have a good time. Yeah. Yeah, start wherever you're comfortable. So, if they suggest one thing and you think that's way like bungee cord jumping or something, suggest something that's a compromise. And when you both compromise, that's when things go really well. And a healthy relationship involves a lot of compromise. So we're all looking for something warm that's cold. So today it is 1 degree out here in Colorado, freezing cold. And so warmth given by another person is not a physical thing always, it's an emotional thing. So just knowing that someone cares about you, giving them a phone call if they're far away, and letting them know how much you miss them and you care for them, and fond memories that you remember, you can discuss that. Those are all always nice things to have. And Valentine's Day should have warmth in it. Okay, let's see. Well, okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you? How sexy are you? So how you view yourself it does affect how other people see you. So if you think you're super sexy, it can oftentimes be either a turn on or turn off for other people. So if it's your first date or one of your first dates and you're in a new relationship, you might tone that down a little bit. Okay, until you get to know the other person and see how comfortable they are with you being that way. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. Let's keep the cleavage, kind of tucked away a little bit. Guys, you're not the hottest thing since, 007. So those kind of things. Keep it in moderation. People like moderation. Let's see. So let's say you're married and you've been married for a long time. You might really hate Valentine's Day because if your husband is like a lot of guys out there, he doesn't think about ways to make a holiday special. That typically is a woman's job to make Christmas beautiful. You decorate the tree with kids. You hang the lights outside. Usually it's women I have found historically that do most of the creating. Easter, you're dyeing eggs with the kids and you're planning the Easter bunnies. Guys tend to allow themselves to be sidelined an awful lot with that. And for Valentine's Day, that can be a killer because, boy, you remember every time that your better half did not give you something that made you feel special on Valentine's Day. And it goes both ways, ladies. Guys want to feel loved too. So a card, I would think, is a minimum. Give them a card. Make sure you have time set aside to spend with them. Hugs, of course, and all of that go with it. But yeah, date nights are important. I don't know if you guys do date nights, but setting time aside for your spouse, your better half, is super important. You can't let the kids take over the relationship because a lot of people grow apart when that happens, and it's sad because kids need 2 parents. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So make your husband feel special. Make your wife feel special. For women, I think a card would be secondary to flowers. I think flowers are the most important, even if it's just a tulip or a daisy or a daffodil. You don't have to have a lot of money. It could be a silk flower from the dollar store. And I swear, if you just give that to her and tell her something about her that makes you feel wonderful, that she does for you, she's going to about cry because you took the effort to do it. Yeah. Yeah, date nights are important. Okay, so here's another thing. Let's say that your spouse has to work on Valentine's Day and you're like, I want to go out on Valentine's Day. It really is just a date. So do something the night before if you have to work on Valentine's Day. That way your spouse or better half has that memory to hold with them on that day. And of course, make sure you text and you call as much as you can to let them know that you're not sorry. I don't like people saying, I'm sorry that I can't be there. Sorry is just an overused, worn out word. Just say how much you miss them and how you wish it could be different. Those are much better phrases to use when you're having to answer to why you're not there and being able to enjoy the Valentine's romantic day that somebody expects. But I guess that's it. So Valentine's Day, make an effort. That's the big thing. If you can't do it, get someone else to do it. I bought all sorts of stuff yesterday for a young man who had to work. I bought his wife flowers, candy, card, mylar balloon. I had the time to go do that. So I went and did that. He paid me back and he was very grateful. And I knew that when he went home, he'd have those things to give to his wife and that would make her very happy. Also, if your wife's wondering whether you're going to give her something or not, don't wait until Valentine's Day. Okay, give it to her a couple of days before and then maybe give her something in addition on Valentine's Day. If you can afford jewelry, jewelry's great, but it doesn't have to be something expensive. It can be something little. If you don't have a date and you want one, don't be afraid to call and see if someone would like to go out and enjoy some time with you. I always say once is totally appropriate to call. Don't call more than once. So don't be begging and clingy. That's not attractive. But a lot of people are shy and they won't make that first move, or they just are afraid of rejection. You'd be amazed how many people have issues with self-esteem and they don't see themselves as worth other people's times. And so, don't be afraid to make a phone call and leave someone a nice message and say, was just thinking of you, wondered if you'd like to get together, go out and have coffee or drinks or whatever, or come over to my house and we'll do blankety blank, have salads or pizza or whatever you think is appropriate based on the person that you're communicating with. So that's my advice, and I know a lot more on that topic. I've been married a long time and I dated a lot before that, and I loved dating. I had so much fun. So for you people out there that got my advice, I hope it's working for you, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. You take care. Bye-bye.